Hey everybody, my name is Will, and in this video I'll share with you how I almost met Gary Vaynerchuk like 5 years ago. Before that though, I'm going to show you guys my new bomber jacket with my jeans because someone in my last video asked me to. All right, let's get straight to it. I'm going to move over here. This is the shortened version. So if you want the longer detailed version, that's 30 minutes long, I'm going to upload that as well. But this is the short, quick version. So about 5 years ago, I went to a conference. It was a speaking conference, and it was about $50 a ticket. Not cheap. What you got was you got Gary's book, hashtag Ask Gary V. That was his new book at the time that he was promoting. And you got to see Gary speak. Normally I wouldn't buy something like this because that costs a lot. I mean, I could just get the book for $10 later, right? But I purchased it mostly for the networking opportunity. Back then and even now, I don't really find a lot of people out in public who know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, despite his 3 million followers or whatsoever. Because there's hundreds of millions of Americans, right? So 3 million, 100 million, the general public doesn't really know who he is. So I thought, this could be a good networking opportunity. I could meet like-minded people. I made good friends with this guy sitting next to me. Good friends as in, we never speak again, but, he was super friendly and optimistic and positive when I sat next to him. And then Gary comes on, he does his whole speech, and it's pretty good. The crowd is electrified, and they love it. So there's about 200 people in the audience. There's no chance asking a question because everyone's clamoring to ask him a question. And I figured that's it, that's the end of the event, and I'm walking off the bleachers of this basketball stadium where he spoke. And he's gone backstage, and I thought that's it. I linger in the lobby for a bit, trying to see if I can, still network with some people and establish connections, but I realized everyone is just walking out and back to their cars quickly. And so I'm there in my suit that's 3 or 4 sizes too big because it was my dad's. And I think it's about time for me to go. I've lingered here long enough, and out of nowhere, Gary steps out into the lobby, and everything freezes. He's about 4 feet away from me. I could see him. He looks just like he appears in the videos. And he's asking this event organizer who's leading him, where do I go next? Where do I go next? And the event organizer is supposed to take him to this other meeting with other VIPs or whatever. And for the next 4 or 5 seconds, he's floundering. He doesn't know which hallway to go down. And so Gary's just like, take me. I don't know where to go next. Just tell me where to go next. And the organizer's trying to figure it out. And I'm just staring at them. And the crowd is staring at him too. And no one is doing anything. And they're just kind of like watching him, observing him. Because a lot of the people there didn't really know who he is. They came here more so because it was like a real estate event. And so I'm looking at him, and I'm like, now's your chance. Talk to him. And I freeze. Now, why didn't I do it? It's not because I chickened out. The real reason is kind of a bit embarrassing, but, it's true. At that moment, I thought that he was too arrogant to talk to. I saw how people just ate up what he said and laughed and just cheered each time he cursed or said something very blunt. And, I saw him amassing all these followers online, even back in those days. And I was like, man, this guy, he thinks he's the shit. Like, I don't want to cater to him even more by kissing his butt and talking to him. And I'm a little embarrassed about that because I think I was wrong. Now that I've gotten to know him better after years later watching his content, I don't think he's arrogant. I think everyone has a bit of ego. He does have a little bit of healthy ego to kind of, you know, improve his success in life, but it's not over the top. And I think he really wants to help others, and he really cares about others. And of course, you know, some people I know hate him, some people dislike him. A lot of people I know actually dislike him in the marketing world. But I've had varying opinions of him over the years, and I currently really think that most of what he says is right on, and he's really impacting a lot of people the right way, and really knows a lot about his industry. So the point is, at that moment, I could have spoke to him. It could have changed my life, but I didn't. I watched him walk by me. He was right there in front of me, and if I could do it again, I would have talked to him, because you know, it may have led nowhere, but it could have led somewhere, and I didn't do it. And you know, if you don't do anything, you're stuck at zero. If you do something, it could leave you up. And even if you later on I decide this guy isn't the right fit or might align with my values, at least I have something to break off. If I'm starting at zero and staying at zero, there's not much to break off. I can't really do anything. So I didn't talk to him. It's not the end of the world, because you know, you can I'm still young. There's still opportunities in the future for me to do stuff. But that's how it happened. Those 5 seconds passed, and then he moved on to other things. And that was as close as I got to Gary. I could have, like, he was just there, just waiting, kind of a little bit bored, and I could have talked to him, and I would have done it well too, because a lot of the people who asked him questions on stage were pretty much asking for stuff from him. Can you invest money in me? Can you mentor me? But I knew even back then that wasn't the right approach. I would have come at it from a different angle even back then. I would have been like, I can provide you value for free. Here's what I'll do, X, Y, and Z. Stay in contact. This is my name. Boom, that's it. But let's not ramble any further. That's how it was. Am I dwelling on it? Am I angry about it? No. But I will look to the future. I will learn from my lessons, and we'll see where the world takes us. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.